Good evening to all the dignitaries, friends, and lovers of Ayatollah Khomeini. When I went through the topic कि अगर खुमानी ना होते तो क्या होता, I was flabbergasted because I, as a commoner, I cannot give a reply to this question. The only thing, after pondering on it for so many days, was that not only Iran would have lost a leader, the world would have lost a great leader. So I thought, how can I speak about a personality who is larger than life? So what I did was, I culled out some quotes of great personalities of what they thought about Ayatollah Khomeini. And the first quote which I got was from Pope John Paul II, who heads the Roman Catholic of the entire Western world. He says, one should express his viewpoint regarding what he performed in his country and in a vast part of the world with great respect and deep thought. The person who heads the entire, one of the biggest religions of the world, says that as far as Khomeini is concerned, whenever we discuss with him or talk about him, we should do it with great respect and deep thought, because what he did was not only for his country but for the entire world. Another perspective I got was when I read another famous journalist called Norman Mailer. Norman Mailer writes, Khomeini has offered us the opportunity to regain our frail religion, faith in the power of world, which means that when the revolution took place and there was a massive onslaught of westernization, Khomeini brought back the Islamic religion and culture not only to his country but to the entire world. Now I would like to present the third quote, and that is by a very famous Italian journalist called Oriani Fallaci. He says, Khomeini was not a puppet like Arafat or Gaddafi or many other politicians I met in the Islamic world. He was a sort of pope, a sort of king, a real leader. So these three quotes influenced me to such an extent that I started delving into his books, his life. As far as the 1979 revolution is concerned, whenever a problem or something arises in a country, Allah, Lord Almighty, always gives birth to an individual, and that was Ayatollah Khomeini. The rebellious spirit which he had within him came because of his family members. His father got murdered at the age of 5. So a good focus of him went to the study of the Quran and Islamic studies. Later on in his life, his maternal grandfather or his Nanaji banned the usage of tobacco, which the Shah had given to a British company as a monopolistic attitude. So, which means that his family upbringing also was going to germinate a big, great leader for the world. His interest in Islamic studies and his firm belief that you cannot separate religion from politics. Religion is a way of life, and that helped in developing of his entire aura his way of thinking, which resulted in his upbringing. As far as the 1979 revolution is concerned, it was not like a normal revolution where probably there was an uprising in the army or there was a financial crisis. This revolution was a non-violent revolution against a way of life. What really upset him was the Western imperialism. It was a backlash against Western imperialism. Second thing was the Shah had launched an over-ambitious economic program which looked very good on paper but did not provide much to the commoner. Then, third reason was there was a very large chunk of disgruntled landowners and clergy. And the last and biggest thing was his the position of women which he got in the Iranian society, which was against Islamic thought and philosophy. So the revolution had to be there, and the success of this revolution can be gauged from the fact that when Khomeini came back to Iran in 79, there were 3 million people there to receive him, which is not a small number keeping in view the population there. Another thing was a referendum was held at that time as to whether Iran should be an Islamic state. And 98% of the people voted in his favor, which means the entire population of Iran was in his favor. When he took over the leadership of the country, he brought a lot of reforms, and I personally feel the upliftment of women which took place during his regime was much more that which has ever taken place in the last 100 years in Iran. He took care of the minorities, he reserved seats for them, and above all, he made a sincere endeavor to about a unity and the Sunni Muslim. If one wants to learn about Khomeini, one should not only delve into the history books, one should go into the 10 books which he himself has written. Books like Adiyar, Forte Hadith, Adab Salat, Tahir al Wasil Allah, etc. That gives the thought of this great leader who was himself a mystic poet. I have gone through his book where I found that he has even written poems and maybe expressed his political thought in verse. And keeping that in mind, I wrote about 12 lines on Khomeini, which I feel, which I am humbled to put in front of such an august audience. A mystic, a leader. For Khomeini, a benevolent mystic, founding father of a nation, a fearless revolutionary, leader of an adoring congregation. He paved his own path. He was ahead of his time. He bowed only to Allah. His unwavering faith was sublime. He boldly led his people, made his beloved country shine. After serving the Supreme Creator, he merged into the flame divine. So आज के लिए I would like to conclude because I'm still a student of Khomeini, and I think at my age, my remaining years would be spent learning about this great personality. Thank you.